posted a tarot spread. I've already posted the most recent weekly rune reading, and I wanted to go ahead and do a tarot spread and see what energy was out there. And it looks like your hard work is going to pay off, is the overall meaning of what I'm seeing here. You have a potential relationship as well that you were dealing with. Doesn't necessarily tell me that it was successful. It's mostly from the past energy, which we're going to look at right now. So we start off with the Fool card in the past energy. Fool card basically talks about innocence, doing something new. You're optimistic, new beginnings, innocent, joyful, faithful, uninhibited, carefree kind of attitude. And then with the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. Ace of Pentacles is an Earth card, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then you have the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is basically a Cancer card. Okay, so it's a water card, and this basically tells us that new beginnings and so on. Again, financial gain, optimism, opportunity, change, money, career, opportunities, prosperity. And with the Two of Cups, it could talk about a relationship. It could also talk about a partnership, what goes along nicely with jumping into something from the Fool card that we're seeing here. So it could be a brand new relationship. Maybe you guys are going into some kind of partnership with something new, a new job. And I see that reflected with the present and the future energy as well. Okay, so we see Pentacles, Cups, and some water. Okay, so water, earth, that's what we got for the past. Now let's go ahead and look at our present energy. We start off with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Queen of Pentacles talks about somebody who's very sensible and nurturing, warm, potentially wealthy, or at least secure financially, big-hearted, down to earth. Just those types of energies. And this is again another Earth card, so this one deals with Virgo specifically. Doesn't mean this is somebody who is a Virgo. I'm just saying they're in that energy, okay? And when you see Queen or King, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a man or a woman. It just means that somebody's in the Queen of Pentacles energy. And we all have masculine and feminine energy. So when you see a King, even though you ordinarily would think of it as being a man, it's somebody within that male or masculine energy, okay? And it could be a man or a woman. And the next card we have is the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is somebody who's very structured, rational, logical. He's a thinker, okay, and an authority figure. He's disciplined, objective, analytical. He's just, things of that nature. And this is an air sign, or this is an air card, so Libra in particular, okay? Now I'll just name out the signs, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean that the people in that energy are those signs, okay? I'm doing it because it can be helpful to somebody out there. Potentially it could be that person that you know who's actually of that particular astrological sign. Now, the last one we have for the present energy is the Nine of Wands. This is fire. This is a Sagittarius card, okay? And it talks about the battle being half won. So perseverance, success, and grit, willpower, tenacity, things of that nature. Stamina. So what we're looking at here basically is somebody who's in their logical side, and perhaps the person that you're partnering with could be of the opposite sex. It could be you inhabiting both male and feminine energies, starting this new endeavor. I mean, that's what I've been doing. I've been inhabiting both energies, and balancing them out. But what this looks like is that you're going into partnership with somebody, and it potentially could be somebody of the opposite sex. and you guys are working hard, and you're halfway there, is what this is telling us so far. Now, as far as the future energy, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Again, more earth energy. Pentacles are the things that are materialistic, okay? And this means working hard towards your goals, rewards, being, finally seen, financial gain, patience, manifesting your goals and hard work, getting your bearings, and seeing results. This is a Taurus card, okay? Doesn't have to be a Taurus, but I'm just saying, I'm going to name off the signs. That's what I see predominantly the other tarot readers doing and so on. And even though I stick to runes more than I do tarot, and runes are different as far as their astrological renderings, they don't see it the same way as Western astrology, okay? So, and even Western astrology has changed over the thousands of years. I mean, we used to have 13 signs, we only have 12 now. I'm talking about Ophiuchus or whatever. It's in between Scorpio and Sagittarius. So if you were born like November 30th to the 18th of December, then you fall under Ophiuchus. And it's the snake bear, okay? And everything was once upon a time in the world set up with a 13-month calendar and everything else. So, I mean, the Catholic Church changed everything many, many years ago. So, back to this. Alright, so for the future, again, we have the Seven of Pentacles. We also have the Empress, again, speaking of both material wealth, birthing of something, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a child. It could also be a project, okay? So it talks about somebody inhabiting wealth and luxury, or maybe you and your partner as a collective are experiencing or will be experiencing this in the future. So abundance, being one with nature, creative, and so on. And this again is an earth card, so Taurus in particular, okay? So very, very positive in terms of starting a new endeavor, and it looks like you're going to be very successful. And we see, again, another fire card in the future with the Ace of Wands. Now, the Ace of Wands is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, the earth signs, and it talks about the start of something new, a new opportunity, new changes, creativity, inspiration, good news, potential, expressions, dreams, optimism, success, faith, self-esteem. So it could actually imply, but not necessarily, that you might be starting something maybe like a website, and it might be a faith-based or spiritual type of website, let's just say. Again, that's what I'm doing, so this reading would be perfect for me and my situation right now. I do both tarot and I do runes. And I'm going to be expanding a lot more into other things as well as, I get my technology and all that kind of stuff sorted out as far as all my issues and problems. But now I'm becoming more stable, so I'm going to be able to get all that ironed out here very soon. Alright, so that is our past, present, and future. It looks like we have made a decision in the past. We partnered up with somebody, presumably of the opposite sex, although you could be inhabiting, like I said, both energies, masculine and feminine. And it looks like through your hard work and perseverance, you are going to be extremely, successful and abundant in whatever this endeavor is, whether it's a spiritual, website, or whether it's something else altogether. I don't know. It alludes to that, so that's a possibility for somebody. Now, in terms of the subconscious, what's going on in the back of our mind, what we have, again, is the Two of Cups. And again, this is a water cup, or a water sign. So typically it's a Cancer card. And it talks about balance and harmony. It talks about harmony in a relationship, love. But again, it talks about partnerships, friendships, and also, along with romance, it talks about things such as peace. And then we come over here, and we have both the Nine and the Ace of Wands. So fire, again, we have the Sagittarius card and the Leo, Aries, Sagittarius cards with the 9 and the Ace. That gives us 10 wands. But it talks about the battle being half won, persevering, being successful, and by your sheer willpower, grit, and tenacity. And the Ace talks about, again, starting something new, inspiration, creativity, potential. So maybe you're still in the process of masterminding all this, or maybe you've already thrown your foot, you got your foot in the door or whatever this project is, but your mind is still expanding into other possibilities on this project. Okay, maybe you're seeing another project develop as a result of the one you're already currently working on. But that's what we're seeing here with this. And it says with your hard work, it will pay off. We've already seen that. Now, in the earthly realm, what we see is the Ace of Pentacles. Once again, more earth and more pentacles. And again, pentacles are things materialistic in this world, like wealth and sustenance and things of that nature. So, new beginnings, prosperity, financial gain, opportunities, changes, money, career opportunities. And then again, what we see in the earthly realm is both the King of Swords and the Empress. Okay, so maybe this is who you're teaming up with again. So somebody who is in the Empress energy, who is very abundant. Maybe somebody who's got or is pregnant with ideas, or maybe it is a woman indeed is actually expecting. But it talks about living in luxury. It talks about being one with nature. So it could have any number of possible connections. So maybe you're doing something that deals with something in nature, starting a website on animals, or maybe you're somebody that goes out there and tries to protect certain species of animals or something of that nature. All those things are possibilities with this energy. The King of Swords, again, is somebody who is very analytical, objective, a good authority figure, a good leader. So, you can be inhabiting both of those energies. Or, again, this could be a man teaming up with a woman and as partners in this new endeavor. And we're seeing that both in the past, present, and future, as well as the earthly, realm of this reading. Now, looking into the spiritual side, and this is why I believe that it could have something to do with a spiritual website or spiritual type of job or work that you're doing. And it could be anything. It could be Reiki, it could be, any number of things today, whether conventional or non-conventional. But we have the Fool, and again, it's starting of something new, being carefree, new beginnings, feeling just love of everything kind of a thing, wandering around as without a care in the world kind of a thing, and just happy, to be involved in whatever you're doing. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Seven of Pentacles. Again, a lot of earth energy in this reading, okay? A lot of materialism that we're seeing here. So it has a lot to do with something job related, primarily. Although there could be some romance involved with this partnership as well. I mean, it's indicating, but it's not focusing on that aspect. So the Queen of Pentacles is basically, again, somebody who's very warm, nurturing, loving, kind, just down to earth and so on. And, the Seven of Pentacles is basically working very hard towards your goals and getting the rewards and financial gain that you've worked so hard for, okay? So those are all very good energies. Now I could look at also some other energy with this 9-card spread that I'm doing, and it's a whole new spread that I'm doing. I used to do the Celtic Cross. I'm trying this for the second time, and there's multiple layers. In fact, there's 9 layers of information I can derive from this. Okay, and the 8th one is, I'm sorry, the 7th one is actually the follow-up questions, which again is the Fool, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, whoops. So starting off with the Fool, again we have that carefree, heart and attitude about things, starting something new and just being, innocent and down to earth about the whole thing, completely uninhibited with it. And then we also have, along with that, the King of Swords. Again, the rational thinking, somebody who's very objective, authority figure, analytical, articulate, and just. And then also with the Ace of Wands, we have the start of something new, a new opportunity, changes, creativity, inspiration, good news, and potential. So it's basically telling us that, maybe it was, for example, the King of Swords, or somebody who's in that particular energy, who's very carefree and so on, with the desire to start this new project. Again, I was in that friggin' energy, so this is a perfect depiction of what I actually experienced while doing all of these things. So maybe somebody else out there is trying to start something, and you're really excited about it. And maybe you are ordinarily very analytical and everything else, but you're so excited about the project that you start this new project with the, Ace of Wands, fire sign card. And you're very, very lighthearted about the whole thing because you just feel in your bones it's the right thing to do. And you're excited about it. So, again, we're talking about a new venture, a new project that you're starting. All right. Now, in the last and the ninth level of information I can get from this is done basically in the form of a diamond. And I start up here with the Seven of Pentacles. And again, somebody who is sensible and nurturing. I'm sorry. Ooh, what happened? Oh, it's supposed to be the Queen of Pentacles. I put them in the wrong place. I'm sorry. Wrong Pentacles card. So the Queen of Pentacles, basically somebody, again, who's sensible, nurturing, and practical. And again, it's an earth sign card, so typically it's a Virgo card. And again, it doesn't have to be a Virgo, but somebody that's inhabiting that type of energy. And also with that, we have the Empress. Okay. Now again, the Earth Empress is somebody who is giving birth to something, whether it's this project we're talking about, or perhaps it's actually somebody who is indeed pregnant. Okay, could be somebody who's typically well off financially, secure, living in luxury, somebody who's basically one with nature and creative, somebody who's fearless, you know, tender, abundant. You know, again, this is also another earth sign card, so it's a Taurus card in particular, the Empress card. And then next, what we have is the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands tells us that with Queen of Pentacles and the Empress, that again, our battle is half won. And through perseverance and grit, your willpower to succeed, and your tenacity, you will be successful. And we see that magnified again with the Empress card also being in part of that energy. So, and then finally we come over here is the fourth piece of information I have with the Ace of Pentacles, which again talks about the new beginnings, the prosperity, financial gain, opportunities, changes, money, career. And again, it's more earth energy, lots of earth energy in this reading. And this one stands for Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Okay, that's what the Ace of Pentacles represents. So we have a lot of earth energy in this reading, indicating a lot of materialistic pursuits going on here. So that's what this reading is basically all about today, you guys. So if you're starting something new, it's telling you with your hard work, or starting a new relationship too, a new partnership. It doesn't necessarily mean somebody you just met. It could be, but it doesn't indicate that one way or the other. It just says that you're partnering up with somebody, and it does talk about it being a balanced, harmonious relationship. It could be love, it could be partnership, friendship, romance, but it also talks about success, in some materialistic pursuits. So this could be a marriage for all we know. It doesn't indicate that specifically. It talks more about the Pentacles side in terms of materialistic gain and so on. So more of a job type of a thing, or something that you guys are teaming up to do to get some kind of financial gain together. So that's what it looks like, but it looks like you're going to be successful in it, and you and your partner can go off and enjoy a vacation. It looks like you're in the near future, because the future looks very promising for you, whatever it is that you guys are, endeavoring to do. All right, so with that being said, that's where I'm leaving you today with this positive tarot reading, which is good since we get so many not so positive readings, especially with the runes on a daily. Even though overall it does say very good things for the collective, it talks a lot about the karmic side of things. So, anyways, with that being said, I wish you guys all the very best. Stay victorious. And someday in the very, very far future, I'll see you all in Valhalla. Okay? Take care. Bye bye. Well, let's see if it lets me actually get out of here. This computer's got a mind.